Nobody wakes up one day and decides their relationship is over. It doesn't happen like that. There is no single moment, no big explosion, no dramatic scene where everything falls apart at once. It begins to fail gradually, quietly, slowly, in the small moments nobody thinks to pay attention to. And by the time most people notice, they are already standing in the middle of something they don't know how to face, or even when it started. Today we are talking about the moment a relationship starts dying. Not to scare you, but because recognizing it early is the only way to stop it. The first moment happens so quietly, you almost miss it if you are not paying attention. It is the first time you stopped bringing something to your partner, and you don't even notice you stopped. There was a time when something good happened, and they were the first person you wanted to tell by all means. A win at work, a funny thing you heard somewhere. Whatever it was, your partner was always the first person that came to mind. And then one day, something happens, and you just don't call. Not because you are angry, not because anything dramatic happened. You just didn't think to share it. That is the moment, right there. When your partner is no longer your first instinct, something has already started shifting beneath the surface. The second moment is harder to see because it hides inside the normal routines of life. It is the first time you swallow something that hurts, and you decide it is not worth bringing up. Early in a relationship, you said everything. That thing they said that stung a little. That moment you felt overlooked. That time you needed them and they weren't really there. You brought it up because you believed it mattered, because you believed they would want to know. You stopped believing that. So you kept it inside, you bottled it up, and things started spoiling. And then you kept the next thing inside, again and again and again, until it became so bad you started regretting why you even started. And here is the painful truth nobody tells you. Every unspoken hurt is a quiet withdrawal from the relationship. And after enough withdrawals, the account runs empty. A relationship is like a bank account, and after too many withdrawals with no deposits, it runs dry. The third moment is the one that breaks everything slowly. It is the first time you stop fighting to be understood, and you just let it go. Whatever. Let it be. Remember when you used to argue and it felt passionate? Not good, but at least you both cared enough to fight for your perspective. But then something changed. One of you stopped pushing back, started saying whatever, started agreeing just to end the conversation. And it felt like peace. But it wasn't peace at all. It was the sound of someone giving up. Because when someone truly stops caring about being understood, they have already started to leave. Not physically, but emotionally. They are still in the house, still at the dinner table, still sleeping in the same bed. But they are already gone in the ways that matter most. So what do you do if you recognize any of this? You don't panic. You don't accuse. You start with honesty. You sit your partner down and you say something simple, something real. I feel like we have been drifting. I don't want to drift anymore. Can we talk about it? That one sentence opens more doors than months of silence ever could. Because most relationships don't die because love ran out. They die because nobody said those words in time. The love is usually still there, buried under routine, under unspoken words, under everything that was swallowed and never said. And buried things can still be brought back to life, but only if someone is brave enough to start digging. If this video describes something you have been feeling, share it with your partner, not as an accusation, but as an invitation back to each other. Subscribe to Tauth, because the heart deserves to be understood.